Hello friends, and welcome to another video of Travel Tech. Now this is the most awaited video of Travel Tech, and this is regarding Android Auto and screen mirroring on the Digipad 1. And let me just remind you that this has not been done before, and you haven't seen this anywhere else on the internet since the Digipad came out, and this is the first time anybody is going to show you how to run Android Auto on Digipad, and of course with the help of screen mirroring from your smartphone. Now this technique has taken a lot of time and effort to bring out, and in case you do recognize that and you're a new user to my channel, then make sure you hit that subscribe button before you continue watching this video. And of course, if you're already a subscriber, a great thing, you can go ahead and start watching this video and find out how exactly that is done. So before I begin the video, I'm just going to tell you in a few minutes how exactly this is supposed to work. And this idea came from the fact that we usually use our smartphones for screen mirroring to our TVs. We watch YouTube, Netflix or any other streaming service on our smart TVs by using the screen mirroring or the Chromecast available on our smartphones. The idea came from this, and I thought, why not use that same technology to display our smartphone screen on the Digipad and make that happen as well. Now the greatest drawback of the greatest problem you can say of doing that was there was no dedicated way of mirroring the screen on the Digipad till now, and it had no environment or a rendering machine or a proper way to mirror the screen, unlike our smart TVs which have a dedicated screen mirroring option on them. This did not have that, and of course will never have that as well. So the problem was that, and it was not from the end of the smartphone. So I tried mirroring the smartphone to the Digipad using various apps, and it never worked out. I have worked a lot on that, and then finally I got an idea regarding, if not the Digipad is not supporting the screen mirror, then how to exactly mirror the smartphone. Then I thought so about using the browser in the Digipad in order to mirror the smartphone, because the browser works independently, and the Digipad actually recognizes that only a browser is running on its platform, but it doesn't recognize what's going on inside the browser. So that is the one point which I actually pinned out, and I thought, why not use the browser in the Digipad and try to mirror the screen from the smartphone through the browser of the Digipad onto the screen of the Digipad home screen. So this is the idea behind it. For that, the default browser of the Digipad will never work, because it's just a default browser, it's a simple browser, and it does not support high-end functions like screen mirroring. And for that, I had already shown you previously how to install the Firefox browser in the Digipad. Now the Firefox browser is an advanced browser. Now it works seamlessly well with the Digipad, and it is the browser which you are going to use in this video in order to use screen mirroring from your smartphone to the Digipad. So once I pinned on the Firefox browser, then I was searching for ways in order to mirror the screen from the smartphone to the Firefox browser, and in some way I failed many times. I'll be honest with you, I could not actually mirror the smartphone screen. I tried many times, and I've been trying it from a very long time. And finally, just a day before yesterday, I think, when I posted the photos on the WhatsApp group, I actually got a way to do that, and I was so happy. In the excitement, I showed you all of those photos and exactly how that was to be done. And from the past few days, I have been testing this, and finally it is happening, it is going to work, and now I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. So as I said earlier, you need to have Firefox browser in your Digipad installed and working properly in order for this to happen. So that is the first and foremost requirement. And in case you don't have a Firefox browser in your Digipad, make sure you go ahead and download and install the Firefox browser in your Digipad. And if you don't know how to do that, I'll leave a link in the description below. Go ahead and click on that and find out how exactly you can install that browser on the Digipad. So make sure your Digipad is connected to the Wi-Fi network. And the second important thing after the Firefox browser is that you need to make sure that your smartphone and the Digipad are connected to the same Wi-Fi network, because this is basically a screen mirroring and as screencasting or Chromecast, whatever you can call it. If you have tried it in your home, if you have tried it on your TVs, you know that both your smartphone and the TV need to be connected to the same Wi-Fi network in order for screen mirroring or casting to work. This works on the same principles. So in order to make that happen, your smartphone and your Digipad need to be connected to the same Wi-Fi network, and since it is screencasting, it is not going to work without Wi-Fi. So your primary device or your primary smartphone in this case needs to be connected to the Wi-Fi, and the same Wi-Fi network has to be connected to the Digipad as well. So in this case I have connected to my home network and both are connected to the same network right now. So once these two criteria are filled up about the Firefox browser in the Digipad and both devices being connected to the same Wi-Fi network, you can go ahead and start with the Chromecasting. Now once these two things are done and you are ready to go ahead, now the next thing you need to do, the third thing to follow in the order of the steps is you need to go to the Play Store in your Android phone or your Apple Store in your iOS phone and search for an app called AirMore, AIRMORE. So I think you can see on the screen right now, it is called AirMore File Transfer. So just click on this app. Now I have already downloaded and installed this app, so in your phone it won't be installed, so go ahead and install this app first. So once you have installed this app, so once the installation is complete, you will get an open button right here. So click on the open button and let the app open up on your smartphone. And now as you can see, it is going to show you an instruction, and it is going to say that open web address on PC, web.airmore.com. so this is the URL address you need to type in on the Firefox browser of your Digipad. So let me just go ahead and click on the apps button and click on the Firefox browser. So the Firefox browser has opened up, and now I'm going to type in the URL address which is mentioned in the smartphone, that is web.airmore.com. So as you can see, I have typed in the web.airmore.com URL address, and the one thing to note is that once you type in this address and you move to the website, the Firefox browser will save that as a bookmark right in the home screen. So the next time when you connect, you need not type in the address every single time. You can just click on the button right there and it is going to open that particular website. So I'll just press on the go button, and since it is connected to the internet, the web page is going to load within a matter of few seconds based on the speed of your Wi-Fi connection. So make sure you have a good Wi-Fi connection, make sure you have a good internet connection. To make this happen, you can go and try this out on your home or office Wi-Fi first before actually trying it out anywhere else, so that you get to know a basic idea. So once the web page starts to open up, just press on the menu button right here on the Digipad and scroll down and click on the request desktop site. So this is the one thing which you need to do, click on the request desktop site button. So press that and wait for the web page to load back again, so that it opens up the website in a desktop manner and not for the mobile mode. So now the web page is opening in a desktop mode, and if you can see, I think there is a QR code displayed right here. So there are two options from where you can connect your smartphone to the Digipad, and those two options are the QR code or the radar option, and there is a third option as well which I'm going to show you. So this is the QR code. So let me just go to the radar button. So I'll just click on the radar, and that is going to scan the area for any networks, and right now it is showing my device, Redmi K20 Pro Xiaomi. So it is showing my device, which is my smartphone. So you can either go to the QR code and scan the QR code by using this scan to connect button which is on the smartphone. So if you click on that, a box opens up in your smartphone which you can use to scan the QR code. If you don't want to do that and this is the easier method, just click on the radar button on the right, and here your device will be displayed when you are opened up the AirMore app on your smartphone. So let me just click on the Redmi K20 Pro Xiaomi button right here. So once I have clicked that, you are going to get a prompt on your smartphone which is going to ask you to requesting to connect, and you need to accept that in order to make that or to create that connection. So once I have clicked on that accept button, so it is going to change the web page right here on the Digipad, and it is giving a prompt like requesting authorization, please click accept on the phone. So that just went away, and now as you can see, my device has been recognized and it's showing my device name and my display resolution, and the phone memory details and everything is coming up right here. So this is the device. So this is the web page actually. And one more thing which I wanted to actually say to you, you can access the pictures, music, videos, everything's stored in your smartphone on the Digipad using these buttons as well, because this creates a wireless connection between the smartphone and the Digipad as well. So this is one small use of this AirMore app. Now once this is done, now there's only one final step remaining in order to create a wireless display connection or a screen mirroring connection from your smartphone to the Digipad. And I think if you can see, there is a small button right here there's a camera button right here, that is a screenshot button, and there's a small button with a play button right here. I think you can see that now. That is the reflector button. So you just need to go click on that phone logo with the reflector button. So just click on that, and once you click on that, on your smartphone you are going to get a prompt which is going to ask you, Airmore will start capturing everything that's displayed on your screen. So just click on the start now button, and as you can see on the digipad screen there is a small window opened up called as the reflector, and it is showing your smartphone display on the digipad on this screen particularly. So you can click on the enlarge screen button right here, so that it takes out all the other parts and just click and just leaves the screen mirroring part displayed on the digipad. So if you can see right now, the screen has got enlarged and it is showing a portrait mode of my smartphone being displayed on the digipad. So once you do this, what you can do next is just rotate your smartphone, or you can try to keep it in a landscape mode. Turn off the auto rotation. Just go to the home screen, and if you have Android Auto already installed on your smartphone, just click on that and wait for the Android Auto to load. So now Android Auto has loaded on my smartphone and now is currently being displayed on the digipad screen as well. So this is how, guys, you can use Android Auto on the digipad. This is the way you can mirror the screen from your smartphone to the digipad and make use of the Android Auto on the digipad surface. So till now, till November 2020, this is the best and the only way to get Android Auto on digipad. There is no actual way to get Android Auto on the digipad, because the digipad is never going to support Android Auto. You can never install it natively. You can never have an app of the Android Auto installed in the digipad. And this is the next best thing which we can do, which I have found out in order to make the Android Auto getting displayed on the digipad 1. Now we all have dreamed of seeing this display on the digipad 1. Now it's finally possible, and now you are seeing it right now. So the one more thing which I have to tell you is that currently in this setup, the screen touch of the digipad does not work, in the sense it works in a similar way on how you use to screencast to your smartphone, to your TV or your smart television. So once you do screencast or screen mirroring to your television, you can't go and touch the television or make some changes in the television to bring about some change on the screen. You need to touch your smartphone so that exactly the same change is replicated on the TV. This also works in the same way. The only screen portion or the screen display is being mirrored on the digipad displays, but you cannot actually touch the digipad display and bring about any change. You will have to touch the smartphone display to bring about any change in the screen display. So let me just go ahead and go to the Google Maps button right now. So if you can see, the Google Maps latest version has opened up on the digipad. Now there is some lag in the display and it blacks out for 1 second or 2. That is fine. Even that happens in our smart TVs as well. There is not exactly a proper connection, a 100% refined connection between our smartphones and our smart televisions as well in our homes. There is a 1 second, 2 second lag while playing video or audio. You might have observed that if you are used to mirroring your screen to the smart TVs. In a similar way, there is a minimal lag, or there is a 2-3 second lag between the video being played on the display being shown on the smartphone and the display being shown on the digipad. And considering the hardware of the digipad, this is containing hardware from the dinosaurs time. I think Honda had some deal with the dinosaurs and they got a processor from them. So it is that old processor, and considering that it is still mirroring the screen, that itself is a big thing. I never thought actually digipad will be able to mirror the screen, because it requires some processing power, it requires some RAM, and the RAM contained in the digipad is less than 1 GB, as I had shown in one of my previous videos regarding the technical details of the digipad, and less than 1 GB of RAM was available in 500 BC as well. So Honda took it from that time and that age, from the Stone Age, and put this in our digipad. So considering that minimum amount of RAM and the minimum amount of processing power available in the digipad, it is actually mirroring the screen. That itself is a big thing. The ability to control it seamlessly without any lag, I don't think you can expect that, and it's not a realistic expectation to make that happen. So getting a display of the Google Maps being displayed on the digipad itself is a great thing. And I had always dreamt of watching the latest Google Maps on my digipad screen than the latest Android Auto on my digipad screen, and I'm able to do that right now. And this is itself, I think, is a good step and a first step towards making something better happen for our digipad. And after you have seen this, I think I want to request all of you as well, since this is the first step of bringing about Android Auto and bringing about Google Maps, the latest Google Maps, and of course mirroring the screen wirelessly from our smartphone to the digipad. Since this is the first step, if you can improve upon this step and try to bring about some more improvements or changes, I would really appreciate that, because I have been trying a lot. I have been trying day and night to make this happen, and finally something good has come out of it. I know it may have some lag, it may have some problems, you may face some certain issues during connectivity, or you may face some certain lag while showing the maps. I know that is going to happen, and that is not because of the app, and that is not because of the smartphone, that is because of the outdated hardware of the digipad. And if there is a lag issue, and if there is a display issue, and if there is a display flickering like this, that is because the digipad hardware is from the time of the dinosaurs, and you cannot expect it to work any better. So don't blame me if there is a lag, if there is an issue, and tell me that I misguided you all. It's not like that. The digipad is very old, and it's displaying this, that itself is a very big deal. So digipad 2 actually has a better hardware compared to digipad 1, but it does not support internet. So digipad 2 natively supports Android Auto, so it does not need that. But screen mirroring digipad 2 could have been done if it had access to the browser. So right now I am able to mirror the screen from my smartphone to the digipad, and right now, as you are seeing, there is a Google Maps working on the digipad, and of course right on the smartphone as well. And as I told you earlier, the touch screen on the digipad cannot be used for this, because it's just a screen mirroring and works on the same principle as you screencast your phone to your smart TV. So it works on the same principle. So let me just go ahead and let's see what else we can do. So if I change on, there's an Amazon Music, Gaana, and all those Android Auto features. They are going to be displayed right on the digipad screen, but you have to come back to the main home screen of the smartphone in order for it to work on the digipad as well. So let's just go ahead and exit this Android Auto app. So right now you know how to use Android Auto on the digipad screen. So as you can see, there is a small lag there. So let me just go ahead and go to the Google Maps app directly without using Android Auto. So there is a lag, I think 2 to 3 seconds, and see right now it is displaying the screen. So if I just zoom in on my location right here, if I just zoom in right there, so it is going to take a few seconds for that to happen on the digipad as well. So there you can see the digipad also zoomed in on the screen actually, which is being displayed on the smartphone. And this is how basically you can use screen mirroring from your smartphone to the digipad and try to project something. And basically I would advise you to use the screen mirroring to display photos and not videos strictly. And as I said earlier, you can try improving upon this if you have the time and effort you can put in on this, because I have been doing this continuously for a long time, and of course I will be still doing it. But if I get a helping hand from you guys and someone can help me out and assist me in improving this or finding out some better way of doing this, then of course that is going to help everyone else in general as a whole, and that is going to upgrade our Honda WRV community or the Honda City community, and those all of us who use digipad in our cars. So do assist me in this and do work out on this. And if you find some better way, if you find a better method of implementing this, so that is going to help us and help all of us in the long run. So this is my first step towards making it happen. And just now I showed you how to mirror your screen from your smartphone to the digipad. And of course you can mirror the Android Auto on the digipad, you can mirror Google Maps on the digipad. There might be a few second lag while you're using it, but that is fine, I guess. As I said earlier, considering that it mirrors the screen itself is a big thing, and having a 2-3 second lag is no big deal considered to that. And the kind of hardware digipad has, I had literally no expectations out of it, but it's working at least this much. I'm happy about that. So that's it guys. I think this is the video which you were waiting for, and this is how you exactly use your smartphone, and how you use the method to mirror the screen from your smartphone to the digipad. So as I said earlier, a few points to remember: make sure you have the Firefox browser in your digipad, and make sure you have connected both the digipad and the smartphone to the same Wi-Fi network. And if you're traveling, and if you're not parked at your home or office, and if you're traveling and you want to project your smartphone display on the digipad, you need to have a secondary smartphone to create a hotspot, because a primary smartphone needs to connect it to the internet and needs to connect to a Wi-Fi network particularly in order for it to project the screen, because screen mirroring does not work through mobile data or does not work through a Bluetooth. It needs a Wi-Fi connection to display in order to transmit the display data. And since it needs mandatorily a Wi-Fi connection, you need to have a secondary device in order to create a hotspot, Wi-Fi hotspot, and connect both the devices to that particular hotspot, and you can use it to display the screen just the way which I showed you. And this is the latest Google Maps being displayed on the digipad screen. Now I am happy, as I said, it's very good to see a latest Google Maps being displayed on our digipad, which we thought would never happen, and we'll never be able to see a latest Google Maps version being displayed on the digipad. So right now it is possible, and I know it needs some improvement. It needs many more improvements and functionalities, but as I said, this is the first step. This is not the final alpha version, or this is not the perfect way and the most efficient way of doing this. This is my first step, and I have tried a lot for this. And please don't blame me if it doesn't work very well in your digipad, because I have put all my toil and effort and hard work in this. And if you can find out a better way of doing this, I'll be open to that, and I'll be including that in my video as well, if you can inform me about that as well. And of course, even I'll be working towards it. I'll be working towards making it happen properly in digipad, and trying to make the touch connections work on the digipad as well if it's possible. And even if by USB cable, if I can make it happen, I will make sure that I find out some way of doing that. So that's it guys, I hope you like this video. This has not been done before. You have never seen Android Auto or Google Maps being displayed on the digipad screen, and that too wirelessly. And this is the first time on the internet you are seeing this, and you're seeing this only on Travel Tech. So make sure you hit that like button of this video. I would really appreciate that. And of course, do not go away without subscribing if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet. So I hope you like the video, and I'll be bringing out many more interesting videos about digipad, about our cars, and everything else regarding travel, regarding drone videos on my channel. So make sure you follow my channel and give me a lot of support so that I can bring out much more interesting material for you guys. So that's it guys, signing off for now. This is Travel Tech, and I hope you have a very nice day.